Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome in. I have seen a lot of people start doing or learning crochet through kits. And I've been crocheting for, oh gosh, 17 years, I think, at this point. So I thought it would be minorly helpful for me to review some of these kits and say if they teach you skills you can move on with, if they're intelligible, and if they're correct, because I have come across one of those little kits that you buy that's a set. The patterns, it was like a mess. They were like Google translated into 3 languages and then back to English, and it was a mess. They didn't make what they said they would at all. So because this is my first time doing something like this, I figured I'd just pick up this kit. It's with these cute little pencil holders from Sirdar. I got it on clearance at Joann Fabrics. This one was only $11.97. I unfortunately don't know how much it is not on clearance. But either way, thought I'd keep you start. So my first note is that on the back, it's always good to see what the kit actually includes. This one does say it includes 8 balls of yarn, the crochet hook, a darning needle, easy to follow instructions, an extra for finishing touch, which is the sew and label, needle and thread, and sticker, which are these little things right here, but I'm not I'm not sure about that. So we'll see what that is. Let's get into this box. Also, the box is just cute. Let me neat that. This must be black yarn. Ta-da! Okay, so this is everything that is in the box. 8 balls of yarn, little instructions, which on first glance look pretty average. The crochet hook, which is a 4mm, and it's actually pretty, it's aluminum, but it's a pretty good made one. I could bend it if I tried really hard, but even somebody with tight stitches probably isn't going to bend this, especially if you're I don't think that'd be a problem. You'd need to know if a problem. This is our text. Okay, so we have our sticker. Let's start a colorful journey. Cute. This is the darning needle, so actually metal. A pretty good rigid quality one too. The little sew in tag for my Sirdar Kit and tin. I might have to look up what that means later. And then the little embroidery kit to sew those in. So let's get started. Make 1 pattern each A, B, C, and D as follows. Using the crochet hook. Oh, I see. I like how they're quick references over on the side. Look out for the symbol which indicates a helpful video first. Sirdar.com for this app. That's nice that they have little videos. But how to fasten off and weave in ends. Oh, and the stitches. Okay. They teach you how to do, looks like all of the stitches. So that's cute. Has a note about tension, but says that they don't need it for this pattern and that they keep beginners in mind, so it's not as important. That's nice too. That's neat. So apparently this kit from Sirdar is in British crochet terms, which are similar to US ones, but they're a little bit different. Um, so they use British terms, but they keep the North American terms or US terms in brackets next to it, which is nice. Basically, it's like a one different thing. So let's get started. I'm going to make my first one in this blue because, well, it's one of my favorite colors. Blue teal, which they call seaside, I think. Yeah, it doesn't have any way to directly match this to their shade guide that I can see. Oh, there it is. Shade 748, which is 6. But it does have a little number on the label to coordinate to their information. I do like this. It's not yarn in like a worsted weight traditional thing. Let's get it focus here. It's more like cotton thread. You can see it real well here, where it's just wound and braided thread. It's not very big. So for me, using a 4mm hook, it's gonna leave some gaps, but that's okay. So we are going to make 6 chains. It's just first one. I like that they've used this as yarn for this beginner's kit because it won't fray, it won't get weird and fuzzy and hard to see your stitches, but it's also not that different from stuff you would use. Okay. So we have first round. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it gives you instructions for the stitches anywhere but their website, which is fine with me for $11. That seems pretty reasonable. Also, I feel like most people probably learn better from a video. But let me know your thoughts on that. All right, I'm gonna follow the pattern and tell you what I think. All right, so I finished the first round, and already I'm looking at something which isn't too big of a deal. Yeah, so they just say that use a stitch marker and where to put it. It's always so funny. It's the opposite of what I do. But they don't give you one, which is kind of a bummer. I love these locking stitch markers. They're pretty cheap, but if you're trying to get an all-in-one kit, you could use a tiny piece of thread from one of the other balls, a bobby pin, a safety pin, any sort of pin. It's not the biggest deal, but that's kind of silly. It also does not tell you, as far as I can see. Oh, here it is. Mark the last stitch by threading sharp piece of yarn in a contrasting shade through the top of the stitch. That's securing it loosely. I don't know if I'd recommend securing it. The other thing is it includes the count of stitches at the end of the row, at the end of the row's instructions, which is good. It doesn't seem to tell you that that's what that is. So it just looks like there's a random number at the end of the row, especially because it's not in parentheses or any sort of distinguishing difference. Let's continue on. Okay, so now we are at essentially the end bottom of the pencil pouch. We just start single crocheting and go all the way up from here, which I'm going to do, and then I'll give you all my final thoughts once we get to that and sew on his face. Yeah, which this face, it just kind of says, just make it. Dump an empty tin can into one of your pencil pots and you're finished. So that's how they get it to stand up, is they have a pencil or a tin can in it. This is how big mine is. And again, it's just going to make the walls from here. This is how big mine is. I don't know about you. I don't have any tin cans that are that big. That could be because I have tighter tension. The other thing I'm noticing is that by starting the way that they do chain 6 and make a ring, you end up with this big hole. Which if you have a tin can in the bottom, I suppose that's not going to be a problem. But that's that's unfortunate. So I'll have some thoughts on other options when I'm done. But in the meantime, let me finish this, and I'll be right back for final thoughts. Okay, so here we're back with some final thoughts. Here's my little pencil guy. Give him a little squeezy face. Again, I couldn't find a can that is this size. However, my hand sanitizer is, so he's gonna live on my desk as a cute little hand sanitizer snuggie, I guess. All in all, I like this. I did go to the website and look up the stitch guide. It's pretty good. It's a little bit hard to find, which I'm not a fan of, since the only link they give you is sirdar.com, and you have to navigate through their menus to find out where it is, which unfortunately I closed it, and I can't tell you either. I like the amount of yarn that they give you. Mine's a little bit shorter. They say to keep going until it's 15 centimeters. I think mine's at 13. But this is just one of the schemes. So you could definitely make a good 4, 5 more little pencil cups or sanitizer snuggies with these. All in all, pretty good. I think that aside from the fact that it's in UK terms, you can carry this forward pretty well. It doesn't say anywhere on the box that the terms are in UK, which I don't blame them for. But that is a little bit annoying. So that's frustrating. But all in all, I'd give this like a 3 out of 5. Pretty decent, pretty mid. Again, I really like the yarn and the quality of the tools that they give you. That is the best feature for sure. Thank you for watching. Stick around. We're going to do the kit from Red Heart and of course the Woobles eventually. This is just a tester to see what I thought and what I need to get my thoughts together with before we do another one. I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!